Welcome back to Woodsley Bees. Today we're going to get into hive number 2. It's been a few weeks actually since I've been in this hive. I've been home from England for 2 weeks. I was in England for 2 weeks, and it was at least a week, maybe 2 weeks before that I was in this hive. So let's see how they're doing. All of the hives are busy. There's nothing under here to be concerned about. Looking in the top, nothing really to be concerned about, no ants or anything. I can hear the bees, they're in there. Oh, and the top just fell off. You've got to love it when that happens. Make sure I don't lose my smoke. A little bit of smoke in the top. It doesn't look like they've run out of space. There's no bees up here. I can see there's no bees billowing out the top or anything. This is a top that I made myself, which is has a screened top for jars of sugar water. So we'll take this top board off, the inner cover. Lots of bees under here. There is a queen excluder, so this top box will all be honey. There'll be no brood up here, and it looks pretty damn good. Looks pretty good. If you can see that, all the frames except maybe the 2 outside ones are drawn out pretty thick. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 frames. I wanted them to build the comb out thick, which they have done. So that's awesome. Is it all capped yet? I don't know. Let's take a couple of frames out and take a look. Really, what I should be looking at is below the queen excluder to see how this hive is doing. Just lift this up nice and gentle. Lots of bees. I don't see any beetles in here at all. They seem to be pretty gentle. Which is always nice. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at this frame. This is going to be a heavy box. I can already tell, because this is absolutely packed with honey. I can't even lift it up. Wow, that's really heavy. That's really heavy. Not fully capped yet, but well on the way. This side, 75% capped. I'm just going to put this one down for a second. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and give you a look at some of these frames. There's a little bit of bridge comb here, which I don't really want them to have. I'm just going to take that out. Look at that. That's beautiful. Alright, so I just took that little piece of bridge comb away because it was going to give me aggravation. Now I've lost my hive tool. So the question is there honey here to take from these girls? This next frame is fully capped on both sides. This one is fully capped. This one is fully capped. This one is fully capped. Might be a little bit of a funny shape to some of these combs, but look at this. Fully capped on both sides. I'm just going to lay that back down because she's a heavy frame, that's for sure. The next frame is a little goofy. Looks like they didn't draw it out properly, but that's probably because of the thickness of the previous frame. Yeah, this one doesn't have a lot going on. Very little, but there's no wax on the frame. That's the problem. They got a little bit of honey on there, but not a lot. So what I could do is put some wax on there to get them really going on that. The next frame is fully capped, and the outside frame, there's nothing going on. So there is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really good frames that I could take out of this top box. Six frames, I should say. Oh, just dropped some bees on the ground. This is heavy. Oh shoot, I just made a real mess. That's a shame. Oops. They'll clean that right up. The bees will clean that right up and fix it. That's the problem when the frames get too darn thick. Okay, I'm not even going to put that last frame in. There isn't really enough room for them. I'm going to take some of these frames, but not today. Don't have the time today to do that. Okay, let's get under this queen excluder. God, yeah. And I hope that I didn't just drown the queen in honey. Man, that's a heavy box. Wow. That is a super heavy box. See all these bees down here? Oh boy, that's my bad. That's unfortunate. Knock those bees off. The dead ones, the wet ones. Hopefully someone will come to their rescue. Clean off the excess. I'm going to pull this out because it's got honey on it now. I don't want that. I'm going to have to get some more Swiffer pads in here. See if I can get this out of here. No real beetles in there, maybe a couple. I'm going to put these at the very top. I might actually replace them because they're kind of gunked up pretty good. Yeah, not every inspection goes to plan. Sometimes you end up making a mess. That's unfortunate. But, God, this one's heavy too. I think these girls do need some space. Well, all right. I am making a bit of a mess here, guys. They got a lot of honey and it's going everywhere. This is a first for me to make this kind of a mess, opening up a hive. I don't usually leave it this long, and now I've got so much honey in there, it's hard to retain it all. I should get some smoke on them. They get a little excited, definitely. There's some brood on this frame, so that's a good indication that we have a queen. The next frame is full of brood as well, worker brood. A halo of honey all around. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one in here. Put that one in there, and I'm actually going to steal the frames out of the top and take that honey, and I'm going to put the top back on here. And then tomorrow I'm going to take the honey and I'm going to put the frames back in here. They can refill them. I think what I need to do then is put the top on and then drop the bees at the front of the hive, because it's going to get difficult with too many bees in the hive. Knock these girls down a bit. We're going to put the queen excluder on. We've got the beetle trap on top. That can stay there. Put the lid on and the top cover. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt, and when I say attempt, it's not going to be easy because this is heavy. Wow, this is super heavy. Hive tool. Okay. Have a look at this, guys. Now it's not capped on this side. 3/4 of this is not capped on this side. So I may not actually take this, but it may be good enough actually. Just because it's not capped doesn't mean it's not good enough to take. So just knock those bees off. Brush off the few that remain. Oh. Put that in the box. Probably should put this to one side out of the eyesight where the bees can't really see me too much. So what's on here? Not a lot really, but I think what I'll do is I'll knock the bees off. I'll take the honey and put it back with a bit more wax on the frame. That way they can possibly draw that out a little better. and fill it with honey again. Oh, another heavy frame. Fully capped. See this? On both sides. I haven't seen any beetles, which is really good news. That's my biggest fear. One of my biggest fears is how many beetles are going to wreck the hive, because they can be a real nuisance. Let's have a look at this frame. Okay, this is another fully capped frame. Look at that. Beautifully capped on both sides. The bees are walking up the leg, going back into the hive. There'll be a few random bees inside the box. That's to be expected. When I'm opening the box, some of them fly back in. It's another frame. Fully capped. I don't want to drop it. Fully capped. No beetles. That box is full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. Let's see what we got here. Two more frames, fully capped, both sides. I didn't expect. I honestly did not expect this. So all the frames in the box each have a halo of honey around brood, which means they're all going to be well fed and they're all going to be healthy bees with natural honey. I haven't fed them at all. This is the frame I just wrecked. Oh boy, did I make a mess of this. Look at that, I just dumped all that honey out. All that honey I dumped out. What an idiot. Okay. Alright, well, I think it was just way fuller than I expected. So much fuller. Now I have an empty box. I might just put this on top for now until I can get the frames back in it. Okay, that goes down there. This has really disrupted them, that's for sure. And the box is full. This will give them some space, but nowhere to really put comb or anything. I don't think I have any spare frames. I can get some tomorrow though. Not a problem. Come on girls, off the lid. Whew, that's a lot of work. Alright, so as you can see, there's bees that I've dumped down on the ground. They're working their way up. Now they may end up underneath the hive, which kind of sucks, but hopefully they'll go back in at some point. They're all fanning their pheromones to bring the bees back home. And this box up here is completely empty. Tomorrow I'm going to have to extract some honey. I might even do that tonight. extract some honey, return the frames, and then they can redraw them out the last little bit and fill them up again with honey or with nectar and draw it down to honey. So that's what happens when you don't go in your box for like 5 or 6 weeks. It's been about 5 or 6 weeks. So, and I didn't even get into here or here too much, but I'm pretty confident that there's lots of brood. In here I found lots of brood. So I'm pretty sure there'll be lots of brood down here, unless they're all moving up and the queen's only up here. Doubtful, I'm sure she's everywhere. But hopefully the spill of honey didn't disrupt her. It was all down the one end. So normally she's going to be in the middle somewhere. I just hope that I didn't drown her. Anything's possible. You never know. All right, that's all for this hive. Okay, so still got some smoke. I'm going to give you a little extra bonus footage. I guess what I'm going to do, if I can find my hive tool, is open up this top box, because I'm not sure how much wax was actually on those frames and if they would even bother starting to draw them out. I added this box last week because they were so packed outside. It was ridiculous. That seemed to satisfy them and they went back in. It was very hot, but it's hot today too. The queen excluder is right here, so I'm kind of hoping this box is full like the others. I believe there's 9 frames in here as well. So let's just take a quick peek. Oh, take a quick peek under there. Oh, it's full. There's bees all on that lid. All right, so now we know there's bees all up here. I know you can't see them right now, but you're going to in a minute. I'm just going to throw some smoke in the hole, in the back entrance and in the front entrance. This hive I haven't inspected in about the same time, 5 or 6 weeks. So there's a really good chance that we're in a similar situation, which is good and bad the same. Depends how you want to look at it. So as you can see, there's tons of bees on the lid, a little bit of bridge comb, and I can see already, that's awesome. These girls are in full honey production. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, possibly 10 frames drawn out. This is the one you expect to be least drawn out. And it is pretty well fully drawn out, both sides, with nectar in the top. So that's amazing. Now the next frame, fully drawn out. It looks like they're all fully drawn out. Let's pull the third one out. Third one fully drawn out. I'm not seeing any capped over cells though, but hey, it's been a week. It's been a week from nothing to this. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that frame back in there, and I'm going to pull this box right off. Let's see if we can't take a look in the box that's directly above the queen excluder. That's going to come off fairly easy. I don't know how heavy it is. Well, it's got some good weight to it. Oh yeah. All right, let's have a quick look in here. What do we see? So yeah, I put some Swiffer pads in here for the beetles. Seems to get them pretty good. There's a few live ones, but they're stuck in the Swiffer pads. And they can't get out. So I highly recommend Swiffer pads, guys. If you haven't used the Swiffer pads yet, there's one beetle I just saw, just killed it. Okay. How are we doing for getting these frames actually Oh, there was a beetle there. So yeah, we have some beetles in this, in these traps, these Swiffer pad traps. How many more are there? Good question, Rob. I don't know. Well, you asked. Yeah, I know I did, but I just don't know. Okay, let's try and do this without... Oh, yeah. Alright, let's have a look at this. We got some good... This is fully capped, guys. Fully capped. Both sides. So I'm going to take this. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm going to take it. Because what I'm going to do is I will extract it tomorrow. Come on, girls. Extract it tomorrow and then return the frames. If not tomorrow, the next day. Definitely over this weekend. Pretty sure there's going to be more frames that I can extract, that I can take away. This is pretty exciting. I honestly didn't think I was going to get any this year because of the amount of splitting that I did. Now, I do intend on feeding these girls over the winter time. Oh, look at that beautiful white capped honey. And the next one too. Knocking those bees off. This is where the brush really comes in handy. Oh. Okay, there's two. This is going to give these girls some space when I return these frames to them. This is fully capped as well. Wow, this is great. I didn't expect this. I honestly, these girls have amazed me. Oh boy, look at that. Fully capped, both sides. Heavy as it should be. They seem pretty calm too, all things considered. I mean, they're not buzzing me, that's for sure. They're not buzzing me at all. You see my face, they're not on me. They're really calm. All things considered, they're really calm. Let's have a look at this frame. Fully capped on this side, fully capped on this side. Knock those bees off. Brush them off. Into the box. And the next one, wow. The next one is also fully capped. You get a better view with the camera back there of everything that's going on. I'm not really using a whole lot of smoke. See how many bees are not on me. This next frame on the side I'm looking at is fully capped, and the opposite side as well. knocking the bees off. Fully capped. I take my brush, half a dozen bees or so. Make sure there's no beetles on it. And put them in there. All right, that one's full. Let's see if we've got any more. Always looking at the ground, making sure I don't step on a whole pile of bees. I'm not a fan of killing the bees, that's for sure. Okay. You hate it when they get stuck on the Swiffer pad. Okay. Alright, so this one, the side I'm looking at is fully capped. So they need wet frames, what I'm going to give them. This side's fully capped too. Where'd I put the brush? There it is. Just a few bees, not many. Okay. How many more? The next one is fully capped. When I saw that last hive, gave me a really good indication that this might be the situation as well. So I'm kind of glad that I got in here now. This is fully capped. Now doing this to the bees doesn't hurt them. They have an exoskeleton, they're very strong. They're used to getting knocked around. It doesn't hurt them. Doesn't hurt them at all. Right, what do we got? The next frame is also, you got it, fully capped. Fully capped, that's 9, and the last one is looking promising too. Yep, fully capped on both sides. The thing is, there's nothing else that they can do with these frames. These frames essentially are finished. They have to get past these to get to the frames that are above them that I gave them last week, which they are working on. So now they can concentrate on just those frames and not worry about the distance. This is a good weight to it too. The distance between the entrance and that top box is now going to be less. This one is fully capped on both sides. Knock those bees off. They came off completely that time. Okay. Put that in the box. Now. Whew. Nice one. This box I'm actually going to take off. And this box I'm going to take and I'm going to put it on top. Oh. Just like that. All right. Now, a little bit of burr comb up here, because this was on the inside. I've now put it to the outside. It's the same difference, except they don't need this burr comb. It just creates issues when I'm inspecting the hive. There's no honey in this burr comb, there's no eggs in the burr comb because the queen's not up here. They weren't using it, but I can melt that down and put it on frames when I get frames that need wax, like some of the ones you've seen. I can use that wax, melt it down. I could make candles if I wanted. So many things you can do with beeswax. You can make lip balm and stuff as well. Okay, where's the cover? Inner cover's on, top cover. Top cover's on, perfect. Wow, that is great. That is great. So these are disrupted. They're going to be a bit of a mess for the rest of the evening. Flying around, reorientating, figuring out what just happened. But as you can see, they're not on me at all. I haven't received one sting. I haven't received any of them in my face, bugging me, going after me. My bees, I'm really happy with them. This is a queen that was, they requeened themselves, these guys, from the queen from hive number 2 originally. So there's been a lot of requeening involved this year. A large part of my varroa mite control methods this year have been brood breaks by requeening. So I believe that's really helped. Whenever I get a chance to look at the brood, the larvae I should say, I get a good look and see if I see varroa mites crawling around on the actual larvae, especially the male larvae, the drone brood, which is the bigger brood, often in burr comb between frames. But I haven't seen any, really. I haven't seen any. So anyway, I'm going to let these guys reorientate and get this honey in the honey house, and then maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know if I want to do it tonight though. Maybe first thing in the morning when it's still cool outside. Get in the honey house, in the shed, and we'll get these uncapped and the honey in a bucket. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again real soon, because I think this weekend I'm going to do more inspections, because I'm thinking maybe this past week has gone crazy. If they can do the amount of work they did in that top box with the honeycomb and putting nectar in there, then there's a good chance the rest of the hives have put honeycomb or honey in their honeycomb and finished it by capping it, drying it down and capping it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye now.